Back in March, when the UK was placed into lockdown because of the pandemic, I started to work from home. After a few weeks of sitting at my desk for 8 hours a day, I started to get the itch to move about a bit more in my free time, rather than sitting down for a PC gaming session like I usually would. What could I do to get moving? Utilise my 1 hour of outside time to do some exercise? Pick up on the DIY projects my girlfriend had been nagging me about for months? No, that wouldn't do. Half-Life Alyx had been released a couple of months prior, and as much as I wanted to play it, I couldn't justify the expense of a VR headset. But with being in lockdown, where else was I going to spend my money on now? I decided to take the plunge, and I picked up an Oculus Rift CV1 with touch controllers and room sensors from CEX. I spent every evening over the next week shifting my main rig into the living room and had a blast playing Half-Life Alyx, Beat Saber, and SUPERHOT VR, but there was one problem. The profound VR sickness I got meant that I didn't have the legs to take my PC back to my desk. So naturally, I set myself the challenge of building a dedicated VR PC on a budget. I'm Kyle, and this is PC Flipping. So let's begin. The motherboard, power supply, 1TB hard drive and processor, an i5 4670K, got pulled out of a PC I got on a great deal a month back. Total for these parts was £64. I got the 120GB SSD on Amazon for 15 quid, and one of the cheapest RGB coolers I've used in a build so far is only £9 from eBay. The case and fans I picked up locally from a friend for 20 quid. I 100% got mates rates on this one. Cheers, Adam. The RX 570 was originally my girlfriend's PC. I picked this up a year and a half ago for £80. I acquired this 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM for £24 through another deal where I fixed up a broken PC, and this is all going to be covered in a future video. Speaking of which, if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing that now. It helps me out massively. Thanks. Right, so let's take a look at the minimum requirements of the most demanding game I'm going to be testing, Half-Life Alyx. It needs an i5 7500, an RX 580, and 12GB of RAM. I use a benchmark to get a kind of like a real rough estimate of how processors and graphics cards perform against each other. It gets a lot of flack. It's never going to be 100% accurate, but it's going to give you that ballpark figure that you're looking for, especially when you're making decisions for builds. As you can see, our CPU, the i5 4670K, is essentially 5% faster. Again, this won't be for all scenarios, and this site must definitely be taken with a pinch of salt. The RX 580 is around 20% faster than the 570, so I'm a little apprehensive about how this will perform. Definitely going to have to overclock it to get close to the performance that we're going to need. So in total, we've spent £212. So yeah, let's slap it all together and we'll see what happens.
Some sunshine. Just need one ray through the dark skies. I gotta look for the bright side. I know we're gonna be alright. I know we're gonna be alright.
Well, I'm really pleased with the results there. I managed to create a VR capable PC for only £212. There were some stutters in the footage you could probably see there, especially on Half-Life Alyx. When I wasn't recording, I didn't get them. I was using like the AMD built-in Radeon Live thing, so you know, mixed results there. The GPU is definitely the bottleneck in most situations. Again, that's like just using the RX 570. I definitely would get the 580, GTX 1060 or anything better than that, definitely for future-proofing your VR gaming setup. I'm also going to be getting some benchmarks together soon for Warzone and Fortnite, as I plan on selling this on the marketplace pretty soon. I reckon if I'm pushing it, I could sell this for $350 on the marketplace. I've also got a spare keyboard, mouse and monitor that I can throw in and get that extra cash there. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If there's any games you want to see me test on this machine, then please leave me a comment down below. As always, you know, like, subscribe, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you.